I'm Nina and welcome to my IGTV channel on Instagram or NinaYogaNow YouTube channel. Today we're doing yoga for feet and ankle. But before we start, I would like you to see or reach for a doctor if you have any chronic pain or condition on your ankle and feet, gout, or any other illness before you start doing something on your feet, okay? There will be another video that I will give you some exercise for feet and ankle where you'll be really actually sitting on a chair, and that's one option for who has any chronic condition on those joints, okay? So just out of curiosity before we start, can you believe we have over 33 joints on feet and ankle, and together they have over 100 muscles and ligaments involved? And mostly like what our feet and ankle do, the movements of all those articulations go since from moving the toes. We have the plantar flexion, dorsiflexion, we have inversion and eversion of our feet. So it's a really complex joint, and we have a lot of exercise we can do. I'm just sharing some ideas. So first, let's work on the top of the feet and ankle, most on the flexion of the feet. Just a reminder that anything that you do on a standing posture where you go to the balls of your feet on your tiptoes, and you also dorsiflex your feet, is also really good exercise for strengthening those parts. Okay, first we start with some stretching. In here, you can use the wall. I'm using a feet up, but you can also use the wall. You can have blocks with you that might help you with those, and any type of bolster that you have, it's also really helpful on those exercises. So first, for our flexion, we can come for our tabletop position. So here, mostly you have the wrist under the shoulders, knee under the hip bone, so you align yourself, so your knees are hip-width distance apart. And the first thing we would like to do is just sit back. So I will just come a little bit closer, keeping the hip-width distance apart, just so you can see. So first we will sit back, keeping the toes extended, the feet extended. And in here, remember, sometimes when we sit on our ankles, what happens is sometimes our heels turn to the side. Just bring them back so they're really aligned with your ankle, okay, in straight line on the mid of your feet. From here, our first pose is what they call thunderbolt pose, or Virasana variation. So in here, it will get really intense. If you feel the stretch already just by getting all your weight towards your heels and staying like this, just keep maybe 5 breaths or count like to 30 seconds, really slow. That's a good way to start working on those, okay? If you don't feel much of the stretch, now you can use your blocks. That's really helpful for you. Remember, you have different heights for your blocks. So first of all, you place your hands into your blocks, and you will start bringing slowly. Let me just do here so you can see my knees. You will start bringing slowly your knees up. So you're really extending all the fascia, all the front of your ankle and your feet. Big inhale, and sometimes if it's too much, exhale, release. Okay? As you get the block a little bit higher, you can use more weight towards the block, and will also make it easier. You can place a little bit far away, and you're lifting your heels. So let me show you, I'm trying to show you. So lifting your heels, you're really bringing all the way towards the toes, close to the heel, okay? If this feels too much, if this feels kind of painful on your toes, you have the option to do the same pose using your bolster. So in here, and you need a bolster that has a medium support, not a pillow that is too much soft, okay? On the same way, you want your knees to be hip-width distance apart. Position your feet first. You can use your blocks on here to help you come backwards. So remember, ankles always on the same line. Don't let the heels come to the side, okay? Now press yourself up and sit back. Here we go. So once you're here and you're pressing back, you might already feel the stretch all the way here. And your goal isn't the same thing, bringing the knees up and feeling the stretch all the way towards your feet, okay? Big inhalation, exhalation. With time, you're able even to hug the knee and bring it a little bit closer, chest up, back straight, okay? And release when needed. It's good to stay on this pose at least 30 seconds so you get a little better stretch. Other option other than those, once you release everything and you work towards those areas, so you have all the extensors, you're working all the extensors from your chin to the toes. Here now we do the contrary thing. So we are tucking the toes under. And remember, sometimes our pinky toe can be really annoying and be all the way back. Just bring the pinky toe forward. We still have hip-width distance apart on the heels and knees. And again, you can use either your blocks or you can do close to your wall and use this to help you balance. So coming close to a wall, your hand will be right here. Keep the distance, keep the heels not going to the side or inward, just keep it straight, okay? Big inhale. Now, slow with control, you start lifting the knee. So once you lift the knee, your goal actually is having the heel. So you see our tendency is bringing the heel all the way back. Once we want to work on the fascia, on the sole of our feet, we actually want, the goal is to bring the heel on the same alignment of the balls of the feet, okay? And we can use the blocks here for balance. It will really help your weights all the way towards the heel. And you can be really playful with this. You can do your poses and really engage your core. You should really feel on the sole of your feet a nice stretch. This is recommended for anyone that has flat feet or is a runner. That's a really good exercise. Another exercise that we have here, and now coming out of this pose, and really more like a strengthening exercise for our Achilles tendon, is actually, once we are here, same position, knees, everything on the same alignment, we bring it all the way backwards. So the weight is all the way come to the back, and we are almost reaching with our heel towards the floor, okay? So once you're trying to reach, but you don't let it touch the floor, and you have all the way towards your heel, you actually is strengthening from the sole of your feet to this part of your ankle. So your Achilles tendon, and it's also a really good exercise for people that run marathons, because this really release a lot. And Also is really effective if you have imbalances on your muscle. So remember to always be looking at your feet and you feel all the corners touching in the same way, okay? Don't let just one side have more weight than the other side of your feet, okay? So really pushing back, and at some point just let it go, because this is really intense exercise, okay? Other than that, we always have other exercise that we can do on a step from your, it can be on a chair if it's safe for your weight, or on the steps, okay? So here I will demonstrate it. I will lose you for a little bit. But what you can do is, on a step, and the feet up is pretty good for this, because you can actually snug on the side and you can control the intensity. So you have the balls of your feet touching either the step or the chair. And we just do an exercise pushing everything down, heels down, really nice stretch on the calves, on the back of the leg, and then coming all the way up. Now you should feel all the extensors of the leg, okay? If you want to be playful with the balance and come all the way up, you can use a wall here or anything, so you have all weight towards the feet. This is other exercise. You can do 2, you can do 3 sets of 8 to 20 repetitions, okay? It depends on how you have the strength to do it. And just remember to distribute your weight towards all the balls of your feet. You can even do one side at a time. So let me show you. You can do one, just snug cross the toes on the other leg, and just do one at a time. This will increase the weight, okay? And also the strength, and always do both sides. So always remember that you want to have the balls of the feet, they're not really pressing to the arch, because most of our nerves, they pass through the balls of the feet, and it's a really sensitive area. You don't want to have any pressure on that. So those are some exercises that I have for you. And the most important thing that we have into our feet is also the massage. So a simple massage with your hands, pressing to each ball of your feet, on the toes, on the mid part, coming from the heel all the way forward on the mid part, or even to the sides, really massaging each part, slow, small circles, okay, on your feet. That's really helpful. Your feet carry you around all day, so give some love. Another thing that you can do, and I will pick up that really fast, is our prana mat or acupressure mats. Okay, so here you go. We have with me now a prana mat that I told you it's a good way to massage your feet without doing anything, like not getting your fingers exhausted or anything like that. So it's an acupuncture mat. I tried other brands before, it didn't work that much. So, but do what you think some people might feel like good results in other brands. So this is Pranama. In here is really sharp, so don't get scared, okay? The first sensation when I step in is like, ouch! But it's really good feeling after. So what I usually do, I just step over, okay? And I really spread my toes. I try to distribute all my weight on the corners of the feet, okay? And really pressing to that. So you can be right here. You can, on the daily basis, you can keep this close to your bed and just step for 1-2 minutes. It really makes all difference. They recommend you at least 15 minutes for good results. If you want to increase the pressure, you just sit on your feet and really spread your weight all the way towards the core. Just don't go one each side, okay? This is really good thing to do. Whenever you leave your pranama, then you will feel like, oh, that feels so good on the feet. It's just like a massage, but you're not paying no one to do that for you, okay? Another thing that I forgot to tell you that it's a good thing during your yoga practice, one pose that really helps me sometimes is stretch pretty good the side of my calves to the ankle and also adding the feet, is whenever I go for a wide leg forward fold. So I'm here on the forward fold and a wide leg. So what I usually do, usually we get a slight turn of your big toes inside, right? But as you increase, so as you come with this feet more and more inside, this will increase, you will feel if you do it, this will increase the stretch all the way towards the side of your calves and also outer of your feet. And once you're here, big inhale and exhale, just start stretching. And remember, engage your muscles. You're not relaxing to the pose. You're squeezing the quads. You're feeling the lengthening of your hamstrings all the way towards the gastrocnemius and soleus and going all the way down. That's also a really good stretch for your spine. Once you go down, you can use blocks to reach better for the floor. Bring your weight forward and really feel the heels pushing the floor away and the weight all the way there. So you should really feel the stretch on the side. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed. We have so many options. Just do what's best for you. You stop where you feel discomfort. Remember, there is a difference between discomfort for pain and discomfort just because we are stretching and leaving our comfort zone, okay? We want a discomfort that is good for us, not a painful discomfort, okay? Have a great day, and I see you next week still.